What do I have to say about that swear word, exercise? I'll tell you what I've got to say about that swear word, exercise. It has been, for as long as I can remember, a swear word for me. I hated school. I hated exercise. I hated to actually go out there and have to run around the block and do all the things that you were told that you had to do. I'm a bit of a rebel as well, so I don't like being told what to do. I was a speed swimmer on Wednesdays and Fridays, meaning that I went to bed really, really late. And it was all about the speed swimming, and it was never about the grace. And I was told that I should do water ballet and give up speed swimming. So that was one of my first experiences to actually sort of organise sport, and it was so competitive. Kind of really wasn't my thing. I did ballet for absolute years, and Miss Ogden, who was my ballet teacher, was very, very strict, and used to slap my thighs to get me to do my pliés and all the rest of it. I kind of enjoyed the dancing bit, but it was just way too strict for me. There's just too many rules. And yeah, I kind of preferred being a bit of a naughty girl. So I decided that I was going to leave doing my ballet, and I spoke to my mum, and I said, that's it, I want to leave. And she spoke to Miss Ogden, and she said, Fiona wants to leave doing ballet. Miss Ogden was like, no, she's too good, she can't leave. So they plotted a plan and said, right, if you get honours in ballet, you can leave. So I said, okay. Honours being the highest grade that you could possibly get. And I was actually fairly high up, and I was just before I went on to the points, before you're kind of like in your teens and you can go on your points when your feet are strong enough. Anyway, I got honours despite all their disbelief in me, and I left. Much to their dismay, but I went on to do jazz, and I went on to do salsa, and I went on to do other kind of dancing, which I absolutely loved. It was more freestyle and it was more fun. Why am I telling you this? There's no point doing any kind of exercise if you think you have to. There's no point doing any kind of exercise if you hate it, because you know what? With my predisposed level of stress that was already in my body, it was adding more stress to my body. So there was absolutely no point in me trying to force myself to do something. I never enjoyed gym at school, so exercise has always been something I've run away from. So imagine my surprise when, like a couple of years ago, when I'd been eating the way I'm going to be telling you about that I'm eating today, nutritionally wise, and I'm going to carry on telling you about that as well. Because I've done the raw vegan, I've done the high fibres, I've done all these other kind of diets, and my body just was like, just not wanting to move. Imagine my surprise when I was talking to a friend, and we were talking about, oh God, I just want to feel agile. This is what I want to manifest. I want to feel agile. I want to feel light on my feet. I can imagine running up a mountain or doing something like that. And just, you know, when you feel really healthy in your body and you just kind of like hop from one foot to the other, and you feel really alive in your body. That's what it felt like for me when I started doing different kind of dance. And I feel really alive in my body. So imagine when I wake up in the morning and my body just goes, we want to go running. I don't run. That's ridiculous. So I thought, okay, well, I've got some trainers. And you know what? I'll just take the dog for a walk. And if I know where I'm going to go, so nobody's going to see me, because I never even considered myself as a runner. Went up on this path. It was a nice long straight path. No one there but the horses and the sheep. Went up and I did some running. I was like, oh, wow, that feels amazing. And this is what this girl had been telling me as well. It's like, Fiona, you're a speed freak. You like speed. So try it out. See whether you can get your body to sort of under some sort of speed. And agility, sort of running down a hill. Didn't necessarily run up the hills, but I managed. And then next week I did manage more. And when one of my sons does rugby on a Saturday morning, I take my other son and we go for a run. Then I thought, okay, fine, I need to do this more often. I need to do this every single day, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's not the way I work. Finding out what my body code works for me exercise-wise is when my body's called to do it. The rest time is the most important time for you when you're doing exercise, and the recovery. So that's the rest and recovery. So in between times, I'm okay to go walking. I feel just as at ease when I do that. And sometimes I spend a morning doing skipping, like do 100 times doing skipping, and I skip with the boys and get the rope out. You know, that's fun. That's when I feel alive in my body and I'm laughing and it's fun to do. But if I'm doing it for the sake of doing it, I'm never going to keep it up and I'm never going to enjoy it. So that's what I need to feel in my body if I'm going to do exercise that I continue doing. I love the feeling of cycling. I love the feeling of rolling on the road and it's fast and I can just put my... so true. Yeah, exactly. When I can just put my legs out and it's like, woo-wee! And one of my boys has got rollerblades and I'm so desperate. I tell you what, I've been looking at these rollerblades. I even wake up in the morning and go, I want that feeling of the skating feeling. And I did skating lessons years ago on ice, but I really fancy the freedom of being able to sort of rollerblade. And we live somewhere where I can do that. I can do that along the promenade on the beach and things like that where it's flat. Just put your boots in the car rather than putting a whole bike or something in the car. So that's my next goal. These are the things that make me feel alive. One of the other things that I know for absolute sure that works for me is I love the thrill. I love the feeling of like, oh my God, I feel so alive. I nearly fell off. That for me is like when I discovered horse riding. I went and did lessons and I did all that kind of stuff in the English lessons of horse riding. Hold your tummy in, blah, blah, blah. And what I discovered was when I went then on a holiday of horse riding, because I'm a bit gun-ho, I'm a bit reckless. This is before I have kids, but I've discovered my recklessness afterwards as well, is I love the speed and the power. And some of the times I've had different trainers inside a circle menage for horse riding, and I've nearly fallen off and I'm like, whoa, I recover it. And it's so exciting. And I love the communication and the connection with the horse. And, you know, if you look one way, it's going to take you that way. And I did some Western riding once, and that was so thrilling for me. The way I could just maneuver that horse just with my arms and my legs. Absolutely thrilling and fantastic. I don't do it often enough. I would love to get out there more often. And this is, you know, this is me promising myself, and this is my body. When my body is aligned, when my body is up for it, she tells me, she says, okay, rest is over. We need to get out there and we need to really move. We really need to feel life flooding and going through our whole body. So that's what I do. So when I get the urge and when I get the message, that's what I do. I see hundreds of women running around the lake where I live, and they are so sad and they're plodding away heavily and it's not suiting them at all. And they buy all the Lycra and they buy all the trainers and they do all that kind of stuff because they really believe that exercise is the only thing that's going to move the weight off their body. But, you know, they sprain an ankle because of what they're thinking. There's nothing more responsive than your body to what you're thinking and what you're feeling. And what happens, they sprain an ankle, they pull a muscle, and they never do it again. They think that by running for a week they're going to lose weight. I'm sorry, ladies. You're so misguided in that fact, and it's just not the way that your body works. Listen to your body, understand what your body's saying to you, and only do things if you absolutely love it. Get yourself into the state and the ability to know what your body wants, and then anything you do is fun. I mean, okay, big picture. I believe we're on this planet to have every single experience that we can possibly have, and if your body's stopping you from having that experience, that amazing orgasmic sex life, that amazing orgasmic life being with your kids, having playing and fun and dressing and wearing what you want to wear, then we need to sort that out. And the only person who can sort that out is us. It really, really is. It's not your fault that you don't know this stuff and how you put all this stuff together, all the elements. So get ready, you know, how to manage your stress, how to manage your nutrition, how to manage your sport and your exercise. Exercise should only be there to tone yourself up, or just because it's just for the hell of it, because it's fun. What else did I talk? Yeah, you know, good restorative sleep, when your body can actually release the fat, can restore your muscles, can get rid of any dead cells, any poisonous cells, any toxins. That's in your sleep. That's what I've already talked about this week. And resetting your hormones. Exercise is one of the best ways to bring out the pleasure hormone, oxytocin, as well as sex. But pleasure. We need more pleasure. And by having more of that particular hormone running around our bodies, our immune system is boosted, our other hormones are balanced out. We cannot be under stress if we're singing or dancing and those kind of things. That is what's going to help you lose weight more than restricting your food and getting her down the gym, especially if you hate what you're eating and you hate how you're moving. Exercise should be fun. All right, what else did I say here? Anything else that I need to tell you today? Yeah, basically, no stress. Okay, so I'm going to be doing the 222 program all through May and June and the beginning of July, purely with all these particular elements in mind. I'm going to be teaching you about nutrition. I'm going to be teaching about exercise, sleep, hormones, and how to release the hormones that work for you rather than the hormones that are having your body hoard and store fat, which is protecting you because of the stress you're under or whatever reason, the menopause and those kind of things. So join me on the 222 program. It's at a fantastic price. If I haven't changed it on the website, I will do. It's 3,200, but I've with yourself, connect in with your soul and understand exactly your own body code so that no one else will ever tell you, oh, you should be doing this, oh, you should be doing that. Right, okay, I'm off to the market because I've got a retreat next week with two beautiful sisters who are coming to do a detox and reboot week. So I'm going to go and put my sunglasses on and drive down to the market. Okay, ladies, I'll speak to you later. Bye-bye.